Hi guys, welcome to my channel Blu Ray Ben. Yes, it's been a few months since I've been sort of on YouTube. A lot of people have been contacting me to ask if I've sort of quit YouTube, definitively. And I keep telling them, no, I'm going to come back and do a few videos, but sort of haven't found the time. But today is that day, I've got a bit of time and I wanted to show you what I've been picking up over the last sort of few months, basically since Christmas. And I also wanted to let you know that I have been watching your content and your videos, but I just don't comment anymore. Those of you who know me knew that I always watched videos and left some comments on all the videos I watched, but now I've sort of transitioned over to my mobile, and in the evening I'll watch sort of videos from my subscribers and people I'm subscribed to. But I just don't leave comments because on the mobile it sort of takes ages. But I am continuing to sort of support the community and give people views and watching things, because I like to keep up to date with what people are picking up and the good movies and the bad movies and things like that. But I just haven't been doing videos. The truth is, once you stop doing YouTube videos, it's really difficult to find the time and the effort to actually set up the camera and do all the editing and do a video. So I found the time today. I've got the morning off and I wanted to do it because people have been asking me what I've been picking up. I just wanted to show you. So yeah, thanks for all of you who sort of stayed and haven't unsubscribed and that are watching this video. Please leave a comment down below so I know who's sort of still with me and watching. Always appreciate the YouTube community, and hope you enjoy this video. So the stuff I've picked up, there's some things that I got for Christmas, some things I picked up myself, and there are also some stuff that I actually showed in my last video, which was an unboxing video of a package that Carlos from Eastwood for Life fan sent me. So it's all sort of bundled together. I'm just going to go through them quickly. The first one is Death Wish, which is a Charles Bronson movie. Actually the first Charles Bronson movie I watched, and I really enjoyed it. I know there are some other movies in the series, and I've heard that the second film's quite good. But I'm happy just watching the first one because I know that these sort of franchises sometimes they sort of get worse and worse. So yeah, I got the original on Blu-ray, really enjoyed it, great film, and my wife watched it with me and she also really enjoyed that. So yeah, it's always good. Next one was one I'm going to watch today. It's still in the plastic wrapper and I got for Christmas. It's Misery. This is actually an upgrade from DVD. Always wanted to sort of get it on Blu-ray. It was going for cheap, so I put it on my wish list. The Stephen King adaptation starring James Caan, and great sort of horror, psychological horror thriller, and one I've seen many times. I'm sure you have as well. That's Misery. Haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Okay, next one is one I watched 2 weeks ago, which is Sergio Corbucci's Django. This is starring Franco Nero. This is the one that sort of Tarantino sort of based Django Unchained on, but mainly just the character Django, not the actual sort of plot line. I spoke to you, Carlos, about this not long ago, that I really enjoyed it and it was what I thought of it. So thanks so much for sending this out. Classic sort of Western movie and one that's sort of really important in the Western genre. So yeah, great movie. Check that out if you haven't. Okay, the next one is JFK, which is a film that I'd wanted to see for many, many years. It's one I never picked up. So Carlos sent it to me and it's a very long film, but I did find a rainy Sunday day and I sat down and watched it, and then I watched the extras. I think I spent nearly 5 hours on this between the film and all the extras. Had a blast, thought it was really good. It's one of these movies that you might think it can get sort of really long and tedious because of the runtime, but no, I was glued to the screen from start to finish, and then I really enjoyed watching the extras about the assassination of JFK and all those things and how it occurred in the investigation. So really, really good movie, classic. I think it's Oliver Stone, but yeah, absolutely amazing. Okay, the next one, the Lethal Weapon collection. So this is one that I didn't own on DVD or anything, so it was really good to sort of get this set. All sort of nice. It comes with this slip box and it's in a Blu-ray sort of fat case, all the movies. I enjoyed all the movies. I know there will be people who have sort of favourites or not, but I think I enjoyed all four of them for what they are. I actually enjoyed the fourth one a lot. I didn't think I'd seen it, but when I rewatched it after getting this, I sort of realised that I had seen it with Jet Li. Really, really good film, and I think they're going to do a fifth one. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but because they're very old now, but really, really good series, franchise. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. That's Lethal Weapon. Okay, this one is actually quite special to me because it's an upgrade from VHS, if you can believe that. Don't have it on DVD. It's actually, I bought, my first two movies were two VHS movies, and this was one of them. So this movie was the first movie I ever bought myself many, many years ago on VHS, and finally I've upgraded to Blu-ray and had a blast sitting down and rewatching this with all the sort of famous actors that are in this, but they're so young, like Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, Kiefer Sutherland, all very young actors, but a great film about how people want to sort of test death, and one that's not talked about a lot, but I really enjoyed it and so happy to be able to upgrade it to Blu-ray finally. Okay, the next one is Drive. I do actually have this on Blu-ray, but this is the special collector's edition with loads of extras. It also comes with this really nice slipcover, so I'm really happy to get this. I rewatched it. I've seen it many times, but because I got this, I rewatched it, and I always enjoy Drive. I think the soundtrack is absolutely amazing, and it's one of these movies you can just watch over and over again and you never get bored with. So yeah, everyone knows Drive, great film. Okay, the next one, a classic horror, one that I saw when I was very, very young and it scared the hell out of me, and that's the Blair Witch Project. Okay, this is the original. I know there is I think it's a remake. It's not a sequel, I think it's a remake. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen it. This is the original that I saw actually in the cinema with my friends, and it scared the hell out of us. I think it's one of those movies that maybe over time now it's not so scary and young people watch it and think it's really boring. But at that time, you know, horror movies were not that sort of advanced. So, you know, just something that was sort of scary to us at that point, but maybe not for young people nowadays. But that's Blair Witch. It's a classic horror that I wanted to pick up. Okay, the next one is a movie that I'd seen as a kid. One of these movies that you see as a kid and you absolutely love, and you know, it's one of these things that you really want to pick up, and then when you watch it, you think that you enjoyed it mainly because you were a kid. But I did enjoy it rewatching it. It's Batteries Not Included. I don't know if many people have seen this. It's one of these Steven Spielberg produced movies that not everyone's seen. It's about some sort of robots that help you fix things and clean up the house and things like that. But it's a lot of fun. But I just remember as a kid absolutely loving it, watching it over and over again. And when I watched it sort of a month ago, I enjoyed it. My wife said it was stupid, but there you go. One of these movies that I'm happy to own because I've never owned it in any format, so I've got that. Okay, next one is another upgrade, Enemy of the State. This is actually an upgrade from VHS, I think, as well. Will Smith and Gene Hackman. It's a great movie about sort of how we get spied on by the government and how they control our lives and things like that. And if you do something they don't like, how they can sort of ruin your lives through sort of spy wires and investigation and cameras and things like that. It's a really good film. It's the plot's really good, and it's the way they've done it is really interesting. So it's one of those older movies that not a lot of people talk about, but I really, really enjoyed it, and happy to upgrade that to Blu-ray. Okay, next one, Reign of Fire. This is a movie I hadn't owned at all. I had seen a couple of times on TV, I think, or maybe on Netflix, and one of these movies that's just sort of good just to watch and have fun when you don't really want to think too much. Starring Matthew McConaughey and Kristen Bale about dragons. So it's one of these movies that a lot of people will probably say it's not very good, but I enjoy watching it, and now I've got it on Blu-ray. Okay, The Driver. This is another one that Carlos sent me. Thank you very much. This is sort of the original version of Drive, I suppose you could say. It's not really 100% connected, but it is similar, and one that I really enjoyed. Basically the same premise, a guy that sort of can drive really well and does sort of... Well, I'm not going to tell you too much, otherwise I'll spoil it. But very similar to Driver, but in a sort of less modern kind of way, but... Really good story, really good plot, and the soundtrack is strange, but it goes really well with this actual movie. And I enjoyed the extras on this, really interesting. Okay, next, an amazing set. This is the Arrow Video RoboCop set. It comes with a booklet, it comes with art cards, and it comes with so many extras and all things like this. I know you sort of know these sets. This is something else that Carlos sent me, so I'm so happy for this. One of my favourite additions in my collection now, which now I've talked about in the video, I'll be putting it on my special shelves there. So yeah, this was actually a movie I'd never seen RoboCop. I haven't seen any of the sequels either. Had a great time watching it. Really, really violent. I didn't expect it to be so violent. And also the extras, had a blast watching those. So one of these crime fighting sort of action thrillers, from the past that I should have watched a long time ago and I hadn't. So really happy to have this and be able to watch it. Thank you so much, Carlos. An amazing set. Okay, and the last four things are things that I actually picked up myself for Christmas. And if you follow my channel, you know what I like to pick up. I like to pick up my BBC nature documentaries, especially if they're narrated by Sir David Attenborough. So the first one is Frozen Planet 2. So I've got Frozen Planet 1, absolutely loved it, so I'm really looking forward to checking this out. I never watch these sort of when they come out on TV. I prefer to pick up the sort of series on Blu-ray and watch them all together. So that's Frozen Planet 2. Looking forward to that. Comes with a nice slipcover as well. The next one is The Green Planet. So I don't know too much about this. Definitely prefer animals to sort of, like, well, sort of the plants and the trees and things like this. I don't know if there's anything to do with animals or it's completely to do with plants, but I'm going to check it out because I need to pick up all these BBC nature documentaries and anything that David Attenborough narrates, as I said. I definitely need to pick up. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I don't know if it'll be as interesting as the animal ones, but we'll check that one out. The next one is what I'm most looking forward to, which is Dynasties 2. I own Dynasties 1 and I absolutely loved it, the way they filmed it and the dedication they had, just to follow sort of certain animals around for so long and do a great documentary on each sort of set of animals. So I'm really looking forward to Dynasties 2. I can see here from the images there's some great animals that they're all going to be doing episodes on. So this is probably the first one I'm going to watch. I'll rewatch Dynasties 1 and then I'll watch this as well. It also comes with a nice slip cover. So yeah, that's that one. And the last one is actually one that I picked up, this is not narrated by David Attenborough, it's actually by Helen Bonham Carter. I don't know if that's because obviously David Attenborough is getting a bit old and maybe not as easy for him to sort of do what he does. It's a shame, sort of a bit sad when that happens, but they've chosen sort of someone with a unique voice or accent to do it. So it's called Eden, Untamed Planet. I don't know anything about this, so I'm hoping that it's going to be the same high quality as all the BBC Earth documentaries, and even though it's not narrated by David Attenborough, I'm hoping that Helen Bonham Carter does a good job because I think she has a very unique voice for this. So that's one I'm looking to check out. If you have seen Eden and it's really good or it's really bad, let me know. It'd be interesting to hear before I watch it myself. So there you go, guys. For me, in one video, it's a lot of movies on documentaries, but as I said, it's been a few months since I did a video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It's actually quite good to be doing a video after so long. Gonna get to editing it and uploading it to YouTube. Hopefully you enjoy it, and yeah, this won't be the last video. As I said, I'll be continuing, but just not as frequently. Hope you have a great weekend, guys. Take care and see you soon.